The neon light, neon light. A king of pop in his tailored suit so bright. But from the south came a man with heavy boots, bringing the dirt and the raw Texas roots. They plugged the guitar straight into the machine. Oh, let the music take the pain away. Till the break of day, hear the strings scream through the disco floor. We don't wanna cry anymore, anymore. Cold Timsonic drums locking down the track. Low-star guitar is fighting right back. The studio wall shaking from the bluesy bite, blending the dark soul with the commercial bride. A million new ears hearing that fast lightning hand. They said the blues belonged in the past, but this magic is gonna last. We broke the borders with a single spark and left a neon trail burning in the dark. And let the music take the pain away. We are dancing, dancing till the break of day. Hear the strings scream through the disco floor. We don't wanna cry anymore, anymore. The dance is over, but the spark stays bright. Fog was low on the mountainside that night. The stage was bright with legends side by side, trading solos, letting six strings roar. A bond of music like we never felt before. Guitar master sharing blues the ground. Amplifiers bleeding a wall of sound. The final jam was sweet, notes flying free. But choppers waited in a misty valley. the shadows turned it all to gray. The song fades. The masters rest. Cold European eyes staring down at the stage, staring down. They expected compliance, but we brought the rage, brought the rage. The Puritans sneered at the first heavy note, but the truth of the blues was caught in our throat. The crowd started booing, but the wood began to cry. Oh, the thunder is rolling through the steel and the bone. They came for a party, but we carved a throne. Hear the guitar scream, washing the sins away, turning the cold dark night into a burning day. Sweat on the fretboard, blood on the strings. They don't understand the salvation it brings. The whiskey is dry and the highway is long, but Bowie and Brown see the truth in the song. The walls start to crumble as the amplifier breathes. They came to mock the gypsy sun, but look what we've done. From the dirt of Texas to the monument, every scar on this wood was heaven sent. Oh, the thunder is rolling through the steel and the bone. They came for a party, but we carved a throne. Hear the guitar spinning under neon lights, unleashing southern sparks into the night. Heavy steel strings screaming, roaring deep. Of all the next generation's gonna keep. All the fire is burning through the wire, lifting the sun, passing the torch of the southern groove today. The blues will always find a way to stay. Digital waves rule the radio slot, trying to choke the flame, but they cannot. Blisters on fingers keep the rhythm true, bleeding pop melodies into old school blue. The tape has faded, but the plan is clear. A new century carries what we hold so dear. All the fire is burning through the wire, lifting the soul, passing the torch of the southern groove today. The blues will always find a way to stay. The torch is passed down. Backstage was thick with the scent of whiskey and old smoke. The young kid stood there with a fedora tilted low, holding a battered old guitar with a neck that was half broke, facing a king upon a throne from a lifetime ago. They said the kid was too fast, just a loud imitation spark. Oh, hear the steel scream. shoulder. An unspoken blessing as the flame grew bolder. Oh, hear the steel scream, tearing up the night, passing the crowd into the morning light. No more doubts or shadows from the critics in the crowd. The king just smiled and said, son, you make the blues proud. The throne is secure, secure. The lineage is pure. Los Angeles was drowning in the neon winter light of '91. The heavy gold upon the podium was shining for the falling sun. A brother stepped up to the mic with shadows hanging in his eyes, accepting trophies for the hands that left us for the southern skies. The master tape began to spin, filling up the silent hall. The ghost of Texas blues arose, answering the lonely call. Oh, the sky is crying, but the victory is won. The legacy is screaming through the hands of the elder son. We hear the strings of glory cutting through the heavy rain, turning all the sorrow into triumph over pain. They try to trap his spirit in a digital commercial box, but honest wood and heated valves broke down the corporate locks. The double trouble rhythm locked into the final master track, a posthumous ovation for the king who ain't coming back. Every single crying band is a blueprint for the modern age. Small compared to the fire that he gave, but the anthems of the family style will outlive the silent grave. Oh, the sky is crying, but the victory is won. The legacy is screaming through the hands of the elder son. We hear the strings of glory cutting through the breaking when the morning broke clean. Oh, hear the strands scream, washing the ghosts away, bringing the soul back to the light of day. No more running from the shadows in the dark. The storm has passed, it left a burning spark. Standing in Memphis with a sober mind and soul. No more illusions, just the music taking control. The fingers hit the steel with a sharp, precise bite, turning every scar into a beacon in the night. Every note we play is a victory we claim. The chains are broken and the road is wide and clear. We found the strength to face the fog now. Oh, hear the strands scream, washing the ghosts away, bringing the soul back to the light of day. No more running from the shadows in the dark. The storm has passed and left a burning spark. We are walking in step. The light is clear, plastics and neon were filling up the radio air. But we stood in the studio with nothing but an old guitar player. 6 rusty strings and a heart full of heavy southern rain, ready to turn all the digital static into human pain. The plastic world didn't want the truth we kept inside. Oh, hear the strands scream, washing the neon away, bringing the blues back to the light of day. They said the soul was dead, buried deep in the ground, but the flood is coming to tear the plastic down. Heavy gauge wire cutting deep into callous skin. No synthetic keys can mimic the place where we have been. The executives laughed, said the music was out of date. But the fire in the circuit was turning the doubt to hate. They never understood the soul of the southern land. Oh, hear the strands scream, washing the neon away, bringing the blues back to the light of day. They said the soul was dead, buried deep in the ground, but the flood is coming to tear the plastic down. The flood is here, here the soul is clear. Cold morning fog hanging low on the Austin Lake tonight. A brother steps forward under the pale Texas light, pulling the cloth from the bronze that captures the frozen time. A statue holding the guitar that rewrote the family line. They stood in silence, remembering the storm inside the wire, the physical attack that set the whole world on fire. Oh, the steel is screaming through the heavy rain, holding the glory over all the pain. The notes are flying free down the highway track. The king of the shuffle ain't ever coming back. Critics wanted digital pop, but the timber kept it real. 6 strings of punishment forged in a heart of steel. Blisters on the fingers from the heavy gauge strings they play, spitting out the lightning bolts that wash the doubts away. A silent coronation carved in the parkway stone. trace the family line, plucking strings of memory under the Texas light. We had our stormy days, but the blood was always right. Oh, feel the freedom washing the years away, bringing the road, the earth, back to the light of day. No more running lonely down that highway road, sharing the rhythm, sharing the heavy load. Speed was a weapon when the youth was running wild, but maturity has tamed the soul of the southern child, trading solos back and forth like a late night talk, locking in the pocket as the heavy bass lines walk. Every single harmony is a promise that we keep. Go deeper than the modern radio trend, a childhood dream captured before the fire.